Let's be real, not everyone's going to like you. Shocking, I know. You could be the human equivalent of a golden retriever, loyal, lovable, and always bringing snacks. And someone, somewhere, will still roll their eyes when you walk into a room. The question is, how do you know? How can you tell when someone's being fake nice versus when they're just nice? Because unfortunately, most people won't come out and say, "Hey, I don't like you." That would be too easy and way too mature. Instead, they'll hide it behind passive-aggressive smiles, weird silences, and just enough politeness to keep you guessing. But don't worry, we're about to decode the social matrix together. Let's start with the vibe, the kind you can't quite explain, but you feel it in your gut. Maybe it's the way they smile with their mouth but not their eyes, or how their tone drops a degree when they say your name. There's something off, and science backs this up. Our brains are wired for social survival. We subconsciously pick up on micro-expressions, vocal inflections, and body language that scream, "I'm not a fan." Even if our conscious brain is like, no, they're just tired, or shy, or allergic to eye contact. But here's the kicker. Your instincts are probably right more often than you think. Sign number 1? They give you the polite but distant treatment. You know what I'm talking about. You share an idea, and they respond with a tight-lipped, interesting. No follow-up questions, no enthusiasm, just enough effort to seem civil, but emotionally, they're a brick wall. This isn't about being introverted or having a bad day. This is about intentional disengagement. They're creating space, psychological and emotional space, to signal, please stay in your lane. Next up, micro-exclusions. These are the subtle ways people make sure you know you're not in the inner circle. Group chat exists, but you're not in it. Office lunch plans were made, but somehow you must have missed the message. It's never aggressive enough to call out directly, which makes it even more frustrating. But repeated patterns of being left out? Yeah, that's not an accident. Another classic sign, you become a ghost when you speak. You say something in a meeting or conversation, and it's met with radio silence. But 5 minutes later, someone else says the exact same thing. Suddenly, it's groundbreaking. You're sitting there like, did I hallucinate saying that? No, you didn't. They just didn't want to acknowledge you. When people don't like you, they'll devalue your contributions, not because your ideas are bad, but because you're the one saying them. Then there's the overcompensators. Yep, the ones who are too nice. Over-the-top compliments. Forced laughter at your not-that-funny jokes. They treat you like a fragile vase they're afraid will shatter at any moment. This isn't kindness. It's discomfort disguised as politeness. They're trying to avoid conflict or looking like a jerk. But underneath it, they're hoping you'll get the hint and keep your distance. And don't forget passive-aggressive digs. Those subtle, sharp jabs cloaked in humor. Oh, that's such a bold outfit choice. Good for you. Or, you're so brave to speak up like that in meetings. These comments aren't compliments. They're low-key criticism with a smile. If someone constantly makes you question whether you're being complimented or insulted, spoiler alert, it's the second one. Here's another weird one. Lack of reciprocity. Relationships are built on give and take. When someone doesn't like you, they stop giving. You text, they forget to respond. You invite, they're busy. You ask questions, they give one-word answers. Eventually, it feels like you're in a one-person group project where the other person's contribution is emotional avoidance. And let's talk body language. The original lie detector. Crossed arms, leaning away, minimal eye contact, or worse, looking past you instead of at you. If they're always checking their phone, glancing at the exit, or pretending to be very, very interested in their coffee cup while you're talking, that's not accidental. That's their body saying, I'd rather be literally anywhere else. Now, this video isn't about making you paranoid. Not everyone who's quiet, distracted, or awkward hates you. Social anxiety, introversion, bad days, those are real. But patterns matter. If you consistently feel unwelcome, dismissed, or subtly disrespected, your brain isn't being dramatic. It's picking up on something real. So what do you do about it? First, don't beg for approval. If someone doesn't like you, twisting yourself into a pretzel to win them over isn't self-improvement. It's self-abandonment. You'll just end up exhausted and still disliked. Not everyone is your person, and that's okay. Second, stop taking it personally. Most of the time, people's dislike of you has way more to do with them than it does with you. Maybe you trigger their insecurities. Maybe your confidence feels like arrogance to them. Maybe you remind them of their ex. Who knows? Their perception isn't your problem. Third, redirect your energy. Instead of obsessing over people who don't like you, invest in those who do. Friendships, relationships, and connections should feel mutual, warm, safe, like you don't have to perform just to be tolerated. And finally, be honest with yourself. Sometimes people don't like us because, brace yourself, we were kind of a jerk, or came on too strong, or didn't listen. That's okay too. Growth starts with self-awareness, not shame. If there's something you can improve, awesome. But don't lose yourself trying to be liked by everyone. That's not a goal, it's a trap. At the end of the day, being disliked isn't a personal failure. It's just a fact of life. You are not for everyone, and that's your superpower. Because the people who do like you, they'll show it. Clearly, consistently, and without making you guess. So next time you catch that weird vibe, that fake smile, or that ghost-level silence, trust yourself. You're not being dramatic. You're just finally seeing it for what it is. And that's clarity. If you found this video meaningful, drop a comment below and share your experience. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might find this content useful. And as always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.